Hello, 6th and 7th grade families. This is Miss Masica coming to you with a little bit of a different update. I had so much information that I wanted to get out that it didn't do much good for me to just speak. So I've created a short little PowerPoint to kind of walk you through some changes that are happening as far as social studies goes starting this week, and just kind of give you a visual representation while I lull you with the sound of my beautiful voice. So here we go. Couple of new things starting tomorrow, which would be Monday the 20th. Effective today, April 20th, 2020. Any work assigned prior to April 13th must be completed by 8 a.m. Monday the 27th. If it is not, the assignment will result in a 0. I have given some gracious time for students that didn't have internet but now do, didn't have technology but now do, had other situations come up and those situations have resolved. I have given grace periods for students to kind of catch up with the work that was assigned in the beginning. At this point, I have so much outstanding work from several students that at this point, if the student does not intend to complete these, then I'm just going to close the assignment and that student will receive a 0. So starting today, any student that has a assignment prior to 4/13 needs to have it completed 1 week from today. I will show you how your student can find those missing assignments later on in the video. The other thing that is starting this week is any assignment that I have posted will have a 2-week shelf life. What that means is they are expected to complete and turn in that assignment within 2 weeks of their assigned date. If not, the assignment results in a 0. So say, for example, tomorrow, every week, every day, the kids get CNN Student News. So tomorrow is the 20th, or today, depending on when you're watching this video. So April 20th, CNN gets assigned. Their responsibility is to get that CNN warm-up done within 2 weeks. So it would need to be completed by May 4th. If not, the assignment is closed and the student gets a 0. All right, hopefully that is very self-explanatory. That way the kids aren't dwelling on missing assignments, and hopefully it will get the students to be a little bit more motivated with this virtual learning. The next thing I wanted to touch base on is starting today, and I had prefaced this last Friday with a email and dojo alert. As of today, I am no longer going to be sending weekly screenshots to every parent. I have 78 students. That means 78 screenshots that are stored on my phone that need to be emailed, texted, dojoed, however I have contact with you. And I'm finding that, and thank you to those parents that do respond or acknowledge that that was sent out, but I'm finding that that's not very effective anymore. I'm spending 2 to 3 hours every week taking those pictures, getting them to the right parent, trying to communicate that your student has missing work, and I need to reassign that time and to be available for my students for Zoom meetings or conference calls, whatever have you. I am more than happy to send you a screenshot of your child's missing work at your request. So just because I'm not going to be doing it weekly for all 78 of you does not mean you can't text me or email me and say, hey, what's my kid missing? I am more than happy to take a second and send that to you. It's just trying to get it all done on Mondays and Tuesdays is taking up a lot of the time that I need to dedicate to providing instructional videos and Zoom meetings to our students. So I hope you understand. It's not going to be a mass thing anymore, but if you would like one at your request, please feel free to text me or email me. My information is below. Since I'm not going to be doing any more screenshots unless requested by a parent, how can you view your child's work, grades, or progress? The first and foremost that we have been pushing this entire school year is we now have a Focus app available from your smartphone store. And I know this is a little blurry, but I'm going to try and explain the download instructions. So you would go to your smartphone store, whether it's Google Play or the App Store, and you would look for Woodland Park Academy Focus. That is the logo that appears in the App Store. In order to log in, this is your default login and password. First name dot last name, first name dot last name. I believe these letters are capital, but don't quote me on it. If you have any issue logging into Focus, please call the office and our two lovely office ladies will help you. I should add that the phone number you can call between 12 and 2 on Tuesdays only. That is the only time we are in the building, is Tuesdays from noon to 2. However, Miss Amy and Miss Christine are available via email any day of the week, and there are their email addresses down there. Beginning next Monday, this is how I will be sending out missing work reports. We can now send progress reports via email in mass, meaning I can send out an entire class at one time. The problem is it goes directly into the spam folder. So when I start doing that, and I'll probably do another announcement, please make sure you are checking your spam. Okay, that's something new coming next week. But for now, focus on getting the Focus app downloaded and making sure you can log in, because then you can view your child's grades for all of their classes. Remember, they have 4 teachers, not just me. They have an English teacher, a math teacher, and a science teacher. The second way you can view your child's work, grades, or progress is being a Google Classroom Guardian. What is a Google Classroom Guardian? Essentially, it is a parent or guardian that is responsible for the child in that class, and they receive email summaries of what their child has been assigned, turned in, and what is missing. Now, at the beginning of the year, I always invite parents, based on the email that I have on Focus or another way, to become a Google Classroom Guardian. The problem is that email 99% of the time goes into the spam folder. So I'm going to try and walk you through this so that you can see how to sign up to be a Google Classroom Guardian. The first thing I need you to do is contact me. Again, my contact information is on a previous page. You can text me or email me, request to be added as a guardian. Okay, like I said, I've already invited parents from the beginning of the year, but I believe that code has expired. So I'm going to need to resend you a code, and I need to make sure that I have your most recent email, the one that you'll check for this classroom summary. So supply the email address you wish to receive these summaries through. I will invite you as a guardian. Watch your email for an invitation. Please check spam, because for me, I did a test on myself. It went to my spam, and the Google Classroom is set up on the same domain as my email. It's WP-Academy. So even though it's on the same domain, it still sent it to spam. So make sure you're checking that spam folder. Confirm that the student listed as your child and clicked accept. Again, you only have 120 days to accept the invitation. When you hit accept, you're going to go to a page that allows you to click daily or weekly summaries. My recommendation is to select the daily summaries. That would mean you would get an email every day about 5 o'clock. It would show you what your student's been assigned, what your students turned in, and anything your student is missing. That would be in red. So my recommendation would be the daily summaries. And to help us with this, I have a couple of videos, so stay tuned.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? I am Mr. Vaca, and welcome to Google Tech Tips. In today's episode, we are going to look at Google Classroom for Guardians. Google Classroom is a free web service made by Google for public schools. Google Classroom makes it easy for students and instructors to connect both inside and outside of the classroom. It also allows guardians to see your child's progress in the classroom. As a guardian, you'll receive an email from your teacher giving you access to your child's Google Classroom account. Once you've registered and accepted that invitation through this email, you will receive either weekly or daily summaries as an email on your child's progress. You can choose the frequency of the emails to be sent either weekly or daily in the settings inside the classroom. The Guardian summary emails include things such as missing work and how late it has been since that email has been sent, upcoming homework and projects and when they are due, and also class activities such as assignments, announcements, or other questions that the teacher has posted in the classroom. So here we have a sample Guardian summary email, which shows things such as the missing work and when it was due, also things such as the upcoming assignments and a description of what that assignment is and when it is due. As you scroll down through this summary email, you see that there are multiple classrooms attached to your child. Each classroom is a subject or a class that your child attends. So you will see here that you have a history section and the assignments and missing work for history, but you also will have down here a math section for their math class. So depending on how many teachers are using Google Classroom in your child's schedule of classes, you'll be able to see every single teacher that is using Classroom in your summary, whether it's weekly or daily. Thank you guys again so much for watching. If you have any questions about Google Classrooms for Guardians, or you have any other subjects about Google Classroom that you would like me to cover, please leave a comment down below. Thank you.
Okay, so as you can see, that's pretty awesome information that they're giving out there. It showed you screen by screen what it's going to look like. Again, make sure you're checking that spam folder for that initial email. But it's really easy to accept and sign up and get those daily emails. And as you can see, it's going to show you any work that was assigned last week versus this week, any missing work, when it was due, how late it is. I love Google Classroom Guardians. I think it's a fantastic way for you to sign up. I'm not sure if it will carry over into the next school year. As far as like if when your child gets promoted to the next grade, we'll have to see and find out. The other video that I have, let me find it. My apologies.
As you probably know, Google has added a
This is more for the teacher's point of view. Essentially, what I wanted to show you was this first video that demonstrates how you can sign up, etc. This is a little bit more elaborate, but it's 5 minutes long and essentially says the same thing as this right here. So that would be for your guardians. The last thing I can suggest is ask your student up front to share your progress. Share their progress with you. I know a lot of you are working. You're essential. Thank you so much for doing what you do. Please stay safe out there. But the third piece of advice I can give you about seeing where your student is at is simply not just ask them, did you do your work? Show me. So we have this thing in middle school where actions speak louder than words. So a student can say that they're doing the work. Does not necessarily mean that that's happening. We want to believe the best in our kids, but with this being an unforeseen circumstance and the kids being at home and not in a school building setting in front of their teachers, it's easy to get distracted and it's easy to get off task and lose that motivation. So I would suggest that you have your student show you their progress by logging into the Google Classroom at home. If you are a parent who works strange hours and doesn't necessarily see your child, or there is another adult that happens to have more interaction with them than you do during this time, have them share it with that adult, or even have your child, if you have that kind of relationship, have them share their login information with you so that you can see exactly what they're doing and what they're supposed to be doing. Unfortunately, I cannot add parents to my class because it needs to be a WPA email. So that's why we have the Google Classroom Guardian, but your student can show you what their progress is on Google Classroom. They have their own individual username and password. They've had it since probably 2 years now, I would say. Unless they're new to WPA, then they've had it shorter. But each student has their own username and password and can log into Google Classroom at home, and they can check their progress by going to Google Classroom and clicking classwork at the top of the screen and toggling through assignments that are turned in, assigned, or missing. Now, what that looks like is this is a classroom where I am a student. I am not the teacher. This is a classroom that is controlled by Mr. Brown, where he posts assignments for the middle school team to do. So this is what my classroom looks like from a student point of view. You have stream, classwork, and the people that are in this class, okay? If I click on classwork here at the top, it shows me my assignments, okay? Gray means I've turned it in. Orange means it's missing. If I click view my work, I can see assigned, returned with grade, which means, I've turned it in, or missing. This is where the missing function comes into play, and it is so important. If I click on missing, it's only going to show me assignments that are missing that need to be turned in that are late. So for those students that need more time to get those missing assignments from April 13th and before in, this is where you need to go. But it will obviously be a lot longer if you have, because we've had way more, assignments than 4. So it's going to have a lot of assignments in there. But that is the best thing I can tell you to do is go to classwork, view my work, and it's going to show you what is turned in versus what is missing. So I hope this was helpful. I know I threw a lot of information at you and a lot of time, but I wanted to show you on the screen so that you have an opportunity to pause if you need to and write down information if you need to. But moving forward, starting tomorrow, today, depending on when you watch this video, April 20th, this is what is going to be happening moving forward with social studies class. Any questions, please feel free to contact me. Again, my information is there at the bottom, cell phone number and email. If you want screenshots of missing work, I'm more than happy to send that to you. Please request it, either text message, email, dojo. I'm here for you guys. I want to make sure our students are successful. I also want to help the parents out that are becoming teachers at home, moderators at home, whatever that new role you are in might be. And I'm here for you however I can help. And WPA is also here to help if you are having internet issues, technology issues. Remember, we're here at the school from noon to 2 every single Tuesday for food distribution, Chromebook checkout, dance picture pickup, any other things that you can think of. So remember, I love you. Thank you for everything that you guys are doing, both parents and students. You guys rock. Stay safe, stay healthy. And I hope to see you soon. Take care.